Oh, it's recording, guys.
Oh, we're recording?
Yeah. We're on episode 5 of Gankers podcast. Season 3, episode 5. Gankers podcast has actually been around since like 2021, funny enough, but we've never really pursued it as much as we should. But here we are. Anyways, every 5th episode, we just chatting. We just hang out with the boys. So it's really great. It'll be highly edited, so it sounds really engaging, even if everybody's boring. It doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah, that was a dig at a holy.
Viewing.
No, that was a dig at holy.
It's
What do you mean?
pronounced viewing, not boring.
True.
Spewing.
That's a good name, by the way, for an alt.
In the channel, we got Ben, a returning guest, Bobby, a very opinionated player, Marm, a really chill player, and Moss.
I remember that Marm guy.
And Moss, our feral druid. Also, Darth and Viewing are returning from our last episode, talking about boosting.
Oh,
that's kind of cool. Yeah, but
that's a good episode.
I was very long-winded. Sorry about that, boys.
Oh yeah, and I'm Holy, and I'm still here.
Yeah, Holy's always here, so I don't have to introduce Holy.
Who dat?
Holy's on every single one.
Make me feel special.
I was talking about
you're special.
We were talking about stream decks and how Darth here streams. You actually stream quite a lot on Twitch.
Far more than it should.
You stream,
dude. Shout it out. Where can I find you?
Slum Queasy.
What the fuck?
Dude, your content's pretty good. I think
it's all right.
I mean ever was in hardcore when you died at like
oh man, you know what? If there's I'll be honest, I'll be true to this. If there's ever a reason for me twitching hardcore WoW, it was for the clips. I was really trying to get my content out there. OnlyFans was happening. A lot of people, the WoW community, were playing hardcore. I was definitely fishing at that point. Nowadays, not so much.
So are you trying to say that you died on purpose?
No, but it was fucking awesome when I did die, because it was a great clip and a lot of crazy shit that I did. I was definitely for content, though.
You're a good mage player, and like, I'll be honest, like you panicked and just died.
Oh man, can we not talk about this, man? If I could show the clip now, everyone would just be incredibly upset. Sometimes you just forget your horde.
Yeah, roll that beautiful.
Okay, you play Alliance for so goddamn long, and then sometimes, when you're playing horde on hardcore, you just run into I do believe the Warsong Gulch BG guy in Hillsbred. Sometimes just run into him, and he runs after you with a bunch of his friends, and you panic and die. It happens.
Did you at least Frost Nova this time?
I did Frost Nova. I do believe he resisted.
Oh,
because he's also a skull, and I was level 34.
Mages hate this one trick.
I mean, that's just a skill issue, I think.
No, 100%. No, I 100% agree.
No, I was sorry. I said Hillsbrad. Funny enough, no, I actually didn't mean to say Hillsbrad, but he's died enough in hardcore that he did die in Hillsbrad one time, so I was still on track. No, I was talking about Westfall when you died at Westfall on your mage.
Ooh.
That was fun. He did Frost Nova and he died.
Oh, that time! Holy shit!
Yeah.
Dude, that was like the funniest. That was so funny because you're like la mage, dead.
What was that quest mob's name again?
Fuck you. I hate that guy name. I don't know, dude. I have no fucking clue. What is his actual name?
I can't remember.
The name's gonna haunt me now. It is haunting me, but he sucks, man. He has 2 weapons and he hits very, very fast, and you get a lot of pushback, and you forget how to Frost Nova. It's not good. Oh, wait, you sheep him first, and then you're like, no. My dick's bigger than yours. I'm gonna cast a fireball at you, and then die after. Yeah, that's actually what happened.
No, you did for content. You died on purpose.
Oh, dude, do you remember the what was it? The warrior in Westfall? You remember that clip? Oh, that was a good clip.
Same area, by the way. It was the same exact barn.
No, it was very close. It was very close to it. I think it was like, what was a hunter that was near me? Maybe a priest, I can't remember. Pulled a mob. He pulled one. He ran away. The other mob came after me along with the one that I had. Somehow, panic, got out of there. Lived with like, I don't know, 2% health, probably something like that, viewing. And then the guy had the nerve to run up to me after and just say, "Hey, bro, you should be careful." Oh, no fucking shit. Thank you. After you tried
another skill issue.
The guy griefed me, man. Nah, it wasn't a skill issue. That was get grief.
I mean, that's another thing is like, I want to eventually do like a deep dive into like the psychology of how you like play the game and especially like regular gameplay versus hardcore gameplay, and how like vastly different
Caves.
it is.
Caves. Stay away from all caves.
Man.
Inside
Yeah,
the
don't
mind
go in
of a
caves, yep.
hardcore player, who in your life hurt you, and why didn't they love you?
All right, I got some speedball for everybody here.
Yes.
What's the most overrated raid of all time?
AQ. No,
Molten
that's a joke.
No, AQ sucks.
That's a joke. No, well, that's kind of what I would say after, but that's what I said. Trolling.
The low hanging fruit everyone would say Uldwar because everyone says it's the best raid.
Oh, never did it.
That's the question. What's
Heard it
the
was
most
so good.
overrated raid of all time, and why is it Oldar?
Oh, fuck.
That's the actual full question. And why is it Oldar?
It's also hard.
Oh my
I don't
God.
agree.
I
don't agree.
I'm
I also didn't play Wrath Classics, so
Same.
but you know what? I played
Kinda did.
Wrath private servers forever, and I still loved Old War. You know, the second time around, third
Is
time
that-
around. I don't know.
Is that
maybe
not the
I'm
one where
weird.
in like the vehicles or whatever, like the tanks, and
I got a
Yeah,
hot
the
take
first
for
boss
you.
is
fucking
the
shit up? That looked
tanks and-
terrible.
No, it's
I thought it was
fun.
fun.
It's
I don't know
it's
anything
a
more
great
than that.
raid.
That's
It's
the
a
thing.
ICC.
really good raid.
ICC never did that.
That
I
one
would
is,
I would agree with that actually. I
Pacing
don't like
is
it.
draggy. It's crazy repetitive. The fights are all gimmicks.
Boring.
I mean, it's
boring.
the only
And
thing that
killing
carries
Darth
it is the
takes like an
nostalgia.
hour.
The only
Yeah.
thing that carries the raid is nostalgia.
it's
Mhm.
I'd say it's partly nostalgia, but it's also it caps off the Warcraft 3 story.
Yeah, I mean
Warcraft
that's
3
the only
ends
thing
with
that
ICC.
carries it.
Yeah, it was cinematic. I mean, like, yeah, I think you're right, but I mean, it sucks to go through. Like, that's definitely a raid where I do it one time and I'm good. It's
No, I
like
loved it.
I didn't really enjoy going back week over week trying to get my gear because like at that point my
'Cause
gear
there's
was
so much
good
trash?
anyways. Yeah, it's so long. It takes forever.
And there's bosses in
You
there
can't
that
do it in a
just
day.
don't really make sense. Like why is Blueprints Council in there? And why is
Because-
Valithria?
Because Blood Queen Lanathel's in there, and then she's their master.
Yeah, but they're basically just fillers.
Valithria Dreamwalker, I don't know why she's in there. I couldn't tell you. Probably has something to do with Syndragosa, maybe.
No, but I mean, they're just filler bosses. Sorry, I'm gonna.
Yeah, but everybody's
ICC is
got those.
overrated.
I don't think I'm going to disagree with that, personally.
Oh, Bobby is not disagreeing with me. This is a feat.
It's only
Oh,
because he's
yeah.
on the podcast.
Dude, Bobby's got some hot takes, and I love it. I love all of our fucking conversations. Honestly, like everybody agrees with
There's
me 'cause I'm the GM. No, Bobby's like, fuck that.
It's-
I agree.
I
There's
agree.
there's not many raids that people are like, this is amazing, but it's actually not, right? It's ICC definitely fits that description.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of Heroic Lich King and all that, but you got to go through 13 other bosses. I mean, Putricide, no buff Putricide, Heroic Putricide. That's a fight. That's a fun fight. There are fun fights in there, but as a whole, the raid is, I'd probably say, overrated
I think you're
for
correct.
sure.
For me, it's just like the time commitment for it. I'm like, like, especially like I think it was progging Lich King that killed me ever wanting to go back. You know, because like each attempt, like, and remind me, like a reasonably geared guild will. How long does it take to even kill him? It's like it's like a 10-minute long fight, right? Or is it longer?
It's longer. No buff for Heroic
Yeah.
Lich King. Yeah, it's
It's
longer.
like 15 minutes. I thought it like longer than 10 minutes. And like if something goes wrong, like at a certain point, you're just kind of doing the dance and waiting for it to be over. But like if something screws up, like you do not want to wipe on that boss ever. And like having to prog it, I was just like, oh my God, like please never again. Get
It's-
over it, dude.
I feel like I know a lot about WoW, and then I realize I know nothing about WoW.
I'm right there with you.
Dude, I haven't really been playing that long. It's 2019. I've just played Classic. I played through TBC and didn't play Wrath. So like,
Man, you haven't even gone through your private server phase yet.
no.
You're just a
Oh well,
WoW player.
we did play Ascension for a while. And
We did,
that
yeah.
was, I mean, when I
That
say
was
for a
cool.
while, like we leveled some characters
For a minute.
yeah. And it was,
Maybe a month.
the leveling process in there is wild because it's like, I'm going to pick Blast Wave and Consecrate and Thorns and, you know.
Yeah, it's like I had like a warrior rogue mix. It was fucking cool.
I think that's where, like, honestly, where a little bit of the inspiration of Season Discovery came from was from Ascension, to be honest with you. Because, like, you could like choose your journey kind of thing, choose your abilities. We still have choice in our abilities in SOD, but not to the extent of Ascension, obviously. But all right, I got one for everybody. And I guess we have to like stick to like the broader expansion of everything. But if you could kill one class and WoW forever, which and
Paladin.
Mage.
Ooh.
Oh, what, mage? You fucking traitor viewing. What the hell?
No, because you guys literally have a spell called Blizzard that's named after the company. You guys are always near the top, no matter what expansion. You always have like a top 3 spec. Always. It's fucking annoying.
Okay, so simple. That's what you do. You play mage.
Well, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Or shaman. If we're not getting rid of mage, get rid of shaman. Fuck it.
I would say shaman and sod. Yeah, get rid of that shit.
Paladins.
They were scary as fuck. A paladin and sod as well.
How do you get rid of a paladin? How does that work?
You just delete it from the game.
Execute Order 66.
I guess it's okay because like the horde don't have paladins and they function just fine. So it's like whatever.
Shaman. They have the real hero class.
The real hero, the one you want to delete.
Exactly. Because they just one shot you. They walk up to you and just you die. Same with the
Al, are you talking about just any WoW ever? Like we can all the way into like retail as well?
I thought it would be difficult to delete like a classic class, and that's why I said like retail because there's more classes to delete. You know, like who cares about a monk? No.
Oh damn! Mob's about to come out. You just offended a lot of people there.
Yeah.
I
always thought demon hunters were bullshit.
Yeah.
I think demon hunters are cool, but they're annoying to fight.
They're bullshit.
Okay.
They can like fly around and do other
exactly.
shit. I hate it.
Right. So this is probably going to be a hot take. I don't think we should like. This isn't specifically a class because I think 2 of the specs are fine. But if I could get rid of a spec for a class, I would get rid of Shadow Priests. Fuck those losers. I'm not necessarily bashing them because of PvP, but more so because when I was playing Legion, I was playing a hunter. And I realized that I had to go survival, and I really didn't want to go survival. And I was so far on the bottom of the totem pole that even Shadow Priests were beating me. And I always thought, like, screw that crap. Like, if you're playing a priest, you should be healing. And then I played a Shadow Priest for PvP, and then I realized why Shadow Priest.
How wrong you were.
How wrong I was, yeah. But just get rid of them. You're a priest, be a healer. God damn it. Even though I do like it.
It's too much fun in
regular
PvP, man.
Classic, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I
strongly disagree.
I won't. I had a story about how toxic I was earlier in SOD, but I'm gonna keep that a secret.
I know some of you guys have been like extremely toxic in SOD. You did some nasty things, bro.
Oh,
it's okay.
Screw it. I'll tell the story. So like this one time I was it was in a lower level dungeon and we were having the hardest time putting the group together, and like the reason for that was we couldn't find a healer, and I was still playing my warlock at the time, and this shadow priest was putting together the group, and shadow priest couldn't do any damage in phase 1, so we eventually put the group together, and then I found a healer, and then I was like, oh yeah, let me invite this guy, he's my friend, he's got a special character, just pass me lead. So the shadow priest like passed me lead, and then I kicked him from the group he formed, and then I invited my friend until the group out. And he got really mad.
Bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we would have been doing
never done
the
that
dungeon by
before.
now if you had just healed like your class is designed to do. And yeah, it was pretty bad.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was the real griefer after all.
True. So true. Get rid of shadow priest.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can be around this kind of toxicity, man.
Well, think about it. He's Holy Hulkster. He's not Shadow Hulkster. So
yeah, true.
True.
I'm a healer,
bro. All right.
By the way, talking about healers, I appreciate you people that main healers. I can't do it. Yeah, you people that main healers.
Honestly, View, I'll say it right now. You're actually a very good healer. You went into Molten Core back in Classic Vanilla as a druid, and you outparsed a vast majority of healers in Deadmine's gear. Just want to say that.
My best piece of gear, talking about that, my best piece of gear was the staff from Deadmines. Everything else was either like gray, like I still had white pieces of gear on, or was like worse than that.
You parsed the green, sir.
I got a 33 on the. I think it was the third boss in Molten Core.
Hell yeah, dude!
Like what? How? I threw like 4 heals and I was Zoom.
All right. Additionally, we deleted a character from WoW. If you could add a class to Classic and it'd be a Classic version of that class, what would you add?
Death Knight.
Yeah, I feel like Death Knight's the easy answer.
They're dope.
But,
true, but I
really it would actually be my original character, since gnomes don't have a healing class. A combat medic that like runs around with like rocket boots and like bandages people and like sets up like containment fields to like power dome people and shit. I don't know. Like,
is this like a fantasy class? Like
this is a fantasy class. Yeah, this is something I would create. Yeah, which is not strictly what you asked, but
I liked it either way because that sounded fucking dope.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna ignore the question just like Holy and say Bard.
Ooh, of course.
Bard.
I always want a Bard in every MMO.
The Bard archetype, you know.
It's kind of like the Bard and the Dancer, like two different talent trees. There's a Bard and a Dancer.
That would be cool. They have something very similar to that in Final Fantasy 14, by the way. They have a Dancer and they have a Bard class.
That's like in Final Fantasy Tactics. It's a Bard and a Dancer class.
Yeah, but they'd have to be two separate classes because, I mean, I don't want no male dancer giving me buffs. I'm just saying.
Problem?
What's wrong, Bobby?
Look.
Problem?
I'm not saying there's anything against it. I just personally not into it. You know what I'm saying?
No buff for you.
Not for me.
You want to explain further, Bobby?
I'm just not into it. You know, if you guys are into that, I'm not going to kink shame. But
boy, it right.
And Bobby's canceled. No, I'm just kidding, buddy.
All right, here's another hot take.
Okay.
You're a dev at Blizzard and you're paid minimum wage like they all are. Excuse me, no, just kidding. How would you fix gold inflation?
Give myself more gold.
Oh, true. Yeah, just have a command that you can type in and you just get infinite gold. Easy.
I'm a dev.
Type in Rosebud.
Show me the money. StarCraft cheat codes.
Oh, show me the money. That's right. That's good.
Enable WoW prostitution for gold.
RP servers already have the.
Moonguard. Have you ever been to Moonguard? Come on, man.
Oh boy.
I think there was one time I was like watching a stream in retail, and you were in like you went to like Goldshire or some shit, and there was like the place was like full of players.
Mm-hmm.
It was Moonguard. Yeah, they were all ERP.
I think you add in like prestige systems, maybe like a gold baron, or something that you can purchase the title for 1 million gold. You know, the mounts.
You need gold sinks like that. Yeah,
and make them more meaningful.
Thank God, Ben with a serious answer. Besides, like he comes up with that, and then like all you guys are like prostitution was the number one thing.
I did say that one too, though.
We should be able to gamble. There should be 1v1 arenas, and we should be able to gamble on them.
I've always thought this is
an arena. Oh shit,
the arena,
a Coliseum. Oh man, you get to sit there and like watch the fucking
gambling. Wow, that'd be cool. The gambling already exists, but like an official.
If only you could death roll. Man.
I wish there is. I wouldn't.
Probably illegal.
Maybe this probably wouldn't fix inflation, but I've always imagined like an official like lottery within like the game where you could like throw in 10 gold, you know, and like the pot is like 10,000 gold or something. Like the pot is like steady; it doesn't climb a ton, but like if you put 100 gold in, that's a way to remove some gold from your pocket, but it gives you like a couple tokens to win the 10,000 gold, you know.
So here's a thought, Al. You can do that in the guild.
Yeah, true.
Good. That'd be dope.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen people that do lotteries in game. Like they just manage it and they take a cut. You know, they like
Yeah, they
Give
cut
me-
some for the guild to keep, and then the rest goes to whoever, or something like that.
I liked my
Interesting.
idea from the whole auction house, overhaul that I suggested for Classic Plus from the other episode.
Yeah,
Just having
the auction house overhaul was pretty. I wouldn't even call that a hot take. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, like I've thought about that a lot, like just like a whole systems overhaul. So like basic, if you haven't listened to that episode, like the basic idea is like right now we get all of our consumables from the auction house. My idea would be to basically get rid of the auction house completely. Like there's an alchemist in every major city. Like why can't I buy every single potion from the game from them for a set price? And if I have guildies that are also alchemists, like why can't they sell it to me for a little bit cheaper if they make it themselves? It would basically really gut botting. And then whenever you buy consumables, you can guarantee to get it for a really good price if you just get it from the the alchemist in the town, the NPC, and it will take gold out of the economy. So it's constantly combating inflation instead of gold going between players' hand to player hands, the bot hands, and just getting rinsed constantly. And all the gold always stays in the economy constantly because you need things on the game side to take money out of the economy to combat inflation. Otherwise, it's only going to increase to various degrees of severity.
Yeah, you're talking about like having like legit vendors that have good stuff on them that you'd actually want to buy.
Like the best stuff, all of your flasks. Just get them from the, person in the town who is like the potion master, Why can't he? Yeah. But yeah, that's it in a simple,
So
easy.
Are you saying me paying 900 gold for a mount is a good thing?
That is an example of a gold sink that takes money out of the economy. And I think there's better ways to come up with that. I think that's kind of a lot of gold for a mount,
Yeah.
It'd be cooler to see like a system where, maybe your first mount that you get, the 40 gold one, like maybe you go on a quest where you, there's like a horse thief and like, this horse farmer, like, oh my God, horse thieves came and he stole my horses. Can you go help them? And you go and fight a bunch of bandits and you escort the horses back. And then he's like, hey, this one was injured. If you can nurse him back to health, he's yours. And you go in on a big quest line to repair this injured horse. And then, oh, that's your horse now. And maybe as you gain levels, he gets experience with you. Like, I mean, these are RPGs. I mean,
Like
it just seems kind of weird just to dump a bunch of gold into something that's so pivotal.
I like the paladin version where I say thanks and he just gives me a mount.
You mean at level 40?
Or the warlock, yeah, pretty much.
Hey, bro.
What about making the proficiencies in professions actually mean something and making them a larger gold sink, like the goblin membership or the gnomish engineering membership? Like you actually have to pay a significant membership fee, or some type. Make the professions a little more heavy gold sink and make them more significant.
I agree with that. Except everything except engineering. Because engineering is already OP.
Somebody said every
PvP, it's insane.
Wasn't there a blue post recently that was like, we're going to make every profession meaningful except engineering?
No, that was Project Epoch.
Oh, was that Project? Okay, that's right.
Yeah. The private server next month.
I got a good little giggle out of that one.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Engineering is a pretty dope profession, though. Let's be honest there. A lot of cool shit.
That's why everyone goes engineering. Just it's almost like needed, especially on a PvP server.
What was it, Wrath, where we had like all the crazy engineering shit, doing the BGs, parachuting on top of lumber, going down into blacksmith.
Oh,
just raiding blacksmith, man. Come on. That was wicked.
I wonder, I'm kind of curious.
Can't change that.
What do you think of the idea of like each profession having something that's like insanely important? Like, I don't know.
I love it already.
Good idea. No, but like
takes
away like TBC, you know how like leatherworking with the drums, like that made like raiding like that much better. You know, with like the haste and whatnot. Do you think like professions should have? But like for drums in particular, we'll just use that as an example. In TBC, instead of it being maybe a couple hundred gold, now it's like 2,000 gold or something crazy. Like requires you to you have to get like a bunch of mats together, and then like you buy from a vendor once you have all these mats, or maybe you just have to sink the gold. Like I don't know, it's something like that. But like each profession would have something important.
Anything I think to get some of the gold out of the economy is. I mean, really, it happens in Wrath and Kata is when it starts to get out of control.
As far as the economy, you mean?
Bloat. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you played Anniversary yet?
Yeah.
Or are you going to play Anniversary?
I will not play Anniversary because I already played it once.
I see. Okay.
Man, this
I
dude
will
hates
play
classic.
TBC.
You don't want to do TBC again?
One of us.
Now he's going to go be a panda. It's fine.
I am indeed.
Who here is actually playing Mist?
I will be.
A
good amount of us will be. We're putting together a team right now.
There's already a roster.
God damn.
And I think I'll have a character and I'll see if I play or not, but I'm not sure. I'll have a character. Just I don't know.
Due to the boost, I know I'll definitely have a character.
So
same. Yeah,
how,
because of the
like
boost,
what?
Yeah. Oh, Alan, do you want a free boost in MOP?
No, I actually don't really have too much of an interest in playing
But
MOP. I know I could bring my level 60 character into Scarlet Enclave, and yeah. I think Viewing actually told me about that, and I was like,
the last week to do it, right? This is the last week, right?
My thing is I have too many games to play right now. Like I don't need another version of WoW to play.
What you should do is bring a character anyways and not use your boost. Just put it in your back pocket.
Oh, well, that's what I was telling. It was like just in case. Look, we get 2 months into MOP.
That's
Maybe
true.
I'm playing it just because I'm bored of waiting for TBC. I have a little bit of time. I got done with Project Epoch, and I'm like, okay, I've seen what I wanted to. I jump into MOP, and then I know you're going to be like, damn, I should have gotten the boost.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do.
Maybe.
And it's Scarlet Enclave. It's the first new classic raid ever. So, like, if you haven't even tried it yet, it'd be cool.
I have not. I've only watched you guys do quite a few times.
It's fantastic.
I know
it's great. Like, honestly.
And remember, it was tuned for 20.
So much fun. Yeah, it's
right
tuned
off the
for
rip.
20. Yeah.
Which is crazy, watching people go in there with 40 and on day one.
Still dying.
Yeah, man.
People were going into 40. There were a lot of guilds that were doing 40 or 35 to 40, man, and they couldn't even clear the first boss.
I was not expecting it to be like that at all. I obviously expected some sort of difficulty, but I'm shocked.
When you tune the raid with the idea that everyone already has the gear from the raid.
Tuned for 20, right? Right, Viewing?
Tuned for 20, baby.
You run into trouble. Okay. And, I've said this before. They didn't have to nerf it. All they had to do was move the wall boss, from the second boss to the fourth or the fifth.
The council.
Right? You move the hard boss that far back so you can actually get gear. And if you want people to take time to clear your raid and gear up over weeks, that's how you do it. Putting the wall as the second boss and saying, well, come back next week, you get more gear. You're only getting 2 pieces of tier and two off pieces, right? It's not a lot of gear for 20 people.
No,
just
not at all.
Say it.
Yeah.
So,
sorry.
Now
they knew that.
So now the problem is they nerfed everything, and then they nerfed it again, and now you just it falls over. Right? It was after the second round of nerfs, it just fell over. It was falling over. A lot of guilds were killing it after they nerfed Beatrix. They were getting through it at least maybe 20, 30. So I retract my statement. Not a lot, but people were actually doing it as opposed to one guild doing it. So if you just had waited on the second round, I think it would have been. I think it would still be more engaging because every boss now has a 10-minute enrage timer, and you're killing bosses in literally 60 seconds.
Yeah. I think we should remove enrage timers too.
What?
I don't know.
DPS check.
I think you should experience Scarlet Enclave once. I mean, it's really late in its life cycle now. So you're going to go in, you're going to go with people, and it's all going to fall over you and be like, what was so hype about this? But that first week, that first week, second week, that was a good raid.
Yeah. Call me crazy, but I felt like that first week or two, maybe even the first month of Scarlet Enclave kind of gave me gave me a little bit of a feeling of like, imagine a Classic Plus where we have like new quests, dungeons, eventually maybe new raids and stuff. Like it brought me back to like phase 1 of SOD. It was just like, it was something new. We've never seen it before.
Actually
It was
progressing.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, that's
Learning
one thing
new
I'm kind of
content.
curious about, Al. I haven't looked at the roadmap much. I think that would be a really interesting topic to bring up. Like, should the raids be hard, medium, like the difficulty, like something related to like the difficulty of the raids?
I'll tell my editor. That's a good topic.
There you go.
That's a tough one, man. I mean, you're
Yes.
talking to the people in this audience right now, like you guys, you would say, yeah, make the content harder, of course.
I
I
wouldn't.
think
But then you
that
have
the
like the
con-
casuals,
yeah.
then maybe not so much.
My perspective is the people who play vanilla, TBC, Watlick, they don't want hard content. They don't. They want to go in, they want to blast, they want to get loot, and they want to come back next week and blast harder. Right?
Yep.
If you want hard content, that exists in the form of retail. If you don't,
Yep.
so you can't. So if you make everything hard, you just, I feel like you're gonna piss a lot of
Why
people
not have
off.
the option though?
Exactly. Well, the option is
Well-
fine, but what do you get in return for that option? Are you getting better gear?
Better
Like, what's the
gear,
deal, right?
titles,
Well,
mounts.
Okay.
Titles,
You're
I could
say
say yes. That's fine, but I think
Cosmetic
gear
related
and stuff, because everyone obviously wants the best of the best, right? So if the content's too hard, then it's going to cause
But
issues.
I think if you put some of the difficulty, I think some of the player base you attract becomes different. There's no reason. I mean, they already have a Mythic and Mythic Plus system, and that was wildly successful in the past. I mean, if you think back to Wrath, the multiple difficulties in Wrath and Kata were like the absolute peak of raid numbers in the history of the game. So like, why would they not try some of that again? If you get some of that ultra competitive player base to play Classic, I mean, I'll always choose Classic because I like the art style and I feel like my character is doing something as
Mhm.
opposed to the floatiness of retail.
I agree.
Yeah, and I like this world because it's simple, and I don't have to sift through like 20 years worth of expansions and try to figure out how to just go somewhere. Every time I play retail, I'm like, I don't know
How do I
where
get to
go
Dornegal
or-
again?
I'm the same.
Like,
I'm the same.
what is this
I
place? And just
tried
get
to play
frustrated.
retail, and there's too much going on. Like, I've missed too much, and that's a big topic too. Like, can you get into WoW today? Like retail WoW? And my
Well, yeah,
personal
you
answer
can,
is
but
sure you can, but I don't
There's a
think it's
learning
very
curve.
accessible
Yeah.
at all compared to
it's
just hopping into like
not.
classic and simple. It's just a simpler time, simpler game, easy to learn.
Mhm.
Yeah. Obviously,
No,
there is
you're
like
right.
some competitiveness to classic, but that's through third party shit like parsing. That's it. Like with retail, you have Mythic Plus, you have rated arenas, you have rated. Do they still do rated battlegrounds? I don't know, but you have like that
Mhm.
shit, which makes the game toxic. When there's something to achieve, like that rating or whatever, it just makes it a toxic game. I'm not saying that classic is not toxic, but different subject. But I just don't really like that kind of environment. I like the laid back environment. Taking my time, easy game, go into a dungeon, blast shit, and go hang out with the buddies.
Well, I feel like in classic, like when you're leveling and stuff, like all the gear you get feels important and well earned, and like it feels more impactful when I have played retail here and there. Like everything seems, I don't know. There's just
That
so
was
much.
easy.
That was easy. All the loot is personalized. Like getting an HOJ and outrolling another person after it is a big accomplishment. Versus
Getting a Thunder Fury.
Yeah.
Losing it is
You know,
devastating.
at the edge.
Yeah. And
Like-
like even the looting system in retail kind of confuses me.
I don't
like,
even. I still know what's going on there too, buddy.
Like your BIS and there's obviously a lot to catch up on. I'm sure if you sat down and learned the system, you'd eventually know it. It's like whatever.
I mean, you
But-
got this weird thing SOD. Like I'm in BRD right now, soloing on a warrior, like Keck W.
Huh?
Just running through it. But
All right. So
Sounds
those are really cool. I'll do another hot take question. This is probably like I feel like this is something that Ben will be able to like jump into real quick. what piece of WoW lore would you just completely rewrite?
Oh man,
I know the answer.
I gotta think of this.
I have a fast one if I can jump in while he's
Yeah,
thinking.
jump in.
Let's see. Sylvanas, delete her. And every single expansion that she's a part of. Just get rid of her. Awful. She's just like the most awful character that they ever created.
Are we gonna say rewrite or actually flesh
just get
out
rid-
in the game?
Just get rid of her. Like make her like just delete her.
Well, I mean, anything post Legion, I would agree with. Up to
Yeah,
Legion,
that's what,
she's fairly
she was
decent.
fine before she became like
Before she
I have
instant
every
killed
power
everybody.
ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm-
the full story. Is she like the leader of the Horde?
She has
It's
what
at,
hasn't
at a
she
certain
done?
point she was, yes. It went from thrall to oh man, what's his name?
Not my war chief. I forget.
Garrosh. It went to Garrosh.
Oh yeah.
But Garrosh was challenged by Cairn.
I would rewrite
And-
the Garrosh is who I would rewrite.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so a little backstory on Garrosh and Sylvanas and how they ended up the way they were. They were being written by two different people
Yeah.
at the same time. So that's why you have parts of early Cataclysm leveling where Garrosh is a sensible person for the most part. But then he goes off the deep end because somebody else wrote him. And they were like, you know what? He's going to heel turn. And it was dumb. And the same thing with Sylvanas. I'm pretty sure I read on the internet now who knows how true it is, but because Sylvanas ended up the way she did because the person who was originally writing Garrosh was kicked off Garrosh, paraphrasing, and he decided to get back at the person who ruined Garrosh by ruining Sylvanas, supposedly.
Oh. Yeah, I
But,
believe that. That sounds petty enough to be believable.
I
But,
changed my mind. Mine is 1000% Illidan.
I know Illidan. I know that one.
I was say I don't even know what the heck they're talking about. I'm with you there. Holy
Illidan
crap.
was in TVC.
You are not
Yeah, we did that.
prepared.
I did
But
that.
he's not like the true enemy, right? Like, yes, he's a bad guy.
No, he's a good guy the whole time.
Right, but in that moment, he's viewed as a bad guy, right? But he's really a good guy.
Because we don't know.
Exactly.
We don't,
And that's why he needs a rewrite.
I mean, I'd argue. I think it should go further back. I think in Warcraft 3, I think he should beat the Lich King in Warcraft 3 instead of not beating the Lich King. But what do I know?
So you're agreeing with me with the rewrite?
Yes, but I wouldn't rewrite him for World of Warcraft. I'd go back even further into the RTS and change that outcome personally.
Can I pose a question, Alth? Is that fair?
Jump in.
What about storylines you'd like to see fleshed out?
Hmm.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to really think about that one.
Because for me, I'd like to see a lot more with the old gods
That would be cool.
I mean,
and the Titans.
it's
Well, I think
hard, right? Because Titans are giant space beings that are bigger than planets.
Mhm.
You know, that's hard. I think
It'd be hard to write that.
I think they should go with the original. Okay, so they bastardized the whole Titan storyline, Burning Legion. They changed it. So the original thing was Sargeras. He was like on the side of order because that's what the Titans are. They're on the side of order. But then he was cleansing planets that revolved around chaos essentially, right? And he came across I don't want to say it's the Dreadlord planet, but he came across a Dreadlord planet that was thriving on chaos, and he was just like, "Huh, well, that's something." And then a hop, skip, and a jump later, he's like, "Burning Legion time," and they didn't have any. They weren't against Void Lords. They weren't against old gods and Void Lords. No, they were just, we're gonna, conquer the universe for some reason. I think that's more compelling than there's a bigger bad behind the big bad. There's always a bigger fish, and I just I'm not a fan of that rewrite. So that's what I would change, I think, story wise.
Yeah, I personally like how they wrote the old gods and stuff like that because we are imperfect beings with imperfect knowledge. Like, what the hell what do our characters and our race know about the old gods? We're tiny little humans, and other lesser beings. Like, of course we're not going to really know. So like we get these little vignettes, these little tiny snippets, like when we're going through like all the like Titan facilities, and we're trying to figure out through, you know, characters like Magni, that's like trying to put the pieces together and just guess, because the stuff is ancient, and like how the hell are we to know? Like we're trying to decipher, you know, what the Titans left behind for us to find. Like the old gods, like not really supposed to be knowable, at least like from our point of view. That's where like supplementary stuff comes in, but like in game, like in universe, we probably shouldn't have all the answers. That's more of like a meta thing.
Bro, I'm be honest, I don't know that much lore. I'm trying to think of like stuff from SOD. Like the Dark Rider stuff was kind of cool. Like that just kind of ended, right? Like they didn't do anything else with that.
It's actually the other way around. It was adding more to things that were even, you know, in the original games that were even more obscure, even less talked about. Like the Dark Riders had like kind of a, and you know, someone will also have to fill in there. I'm not going to remember half that stuff, but it actually filled in a lot of the gaps from the original lore. I'm not going to remember any of the details, but we know more now than we did before.
All right, I got a new question, and I'll answer it immediately when I ask it because I have an idea too. You get to add a fresh expansion to WoW. What is the quick premises? Mine is I want to add a, not their bullshit they've done, but like an actual time travel expansion where you go like 1,000 years into the past, and the map is completely different because it's 1,000 years in the past. Like Undercity is an alliance controlled territory. All that shit is like flipped, and like Stormwind like doesn't even exist. Like Orgrimmar probably still exists, but you know, stuff like that. That'd be dope.
It just, I'm gonna clarify here. If you're 1,000 years in the past on Azeroth, Orgrimmar doesn't exist. Orgrimmar doesn't exist.
Okay.
Stormwind doesn't exist, and Lordaeron might exist, but I'm not sure.
How many years you'd have to go, but it's something like that, you know, like
the orcs came to Azeroth when the Dark Portal opened, which was, I don't know what their timeline is anymore, but it's less than one lifetime. Let's put it that way.
So not that long.
I got one.
Hit it, Ben.
I think it would be cool to do one like a fractured reality kind of deal, where what if some of the key moments in WoW's history went differently? Like, what if Arthas resisted Frostmourne, or Illidan died as a child, or some stuff like that?
So we're putting the TVA into WoW. Nice. No.
You know, Alth, you should read the book series War of the Ancients if you want a good time travel Warcraft story. I promise. You'd probably like it if you like to read.
I'm not here to read. I'm here to lead. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no.
Caverns of Time basically makes
what is read?
Yeah. Can ChatGPT summarize it for me? No, I do read. I'm just joking.
War of the Ancients, you get to meet the coolest character of all time. He's an orc. So if you're not into that, I'm sorry, but he is the best character. And if you've never played Horde, he's actually High Overlord Sarfang's older brother. If you don't know who that is, he's High Overlord Sarfang is the second coolest orc in existence.
What is his name? Does it start with an R?
There's an R in it. There's two R's in it.
What is his damn name? God damn it.
Is it Broxagar?
Roxagar. He's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Broxagar the Red, even, if I remember right.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but Broxagar is a badass. He's a badass.
Oh, I was thinking of Rexar.
No, Rexar's he's an ogre orc hybrid, right?
Has anyone even seen Rexar?
Yeah,
dude,
where he at?
Have you done the Oni quest line on Horde, man? You run through.
He patrols up and down the.
And it takes you 20 minutes to find him each time.
Yeah.
That was a joke. I always played Horde until Classic.
I've only really focused on Alliance because I like Paladin. And I always like, all the guild has to go Alliance. They're like, oh, we want to go Horde. I'm like, yeah, too bad.
Yeah, he forced us inside, man. He forced us. Oof.
And I don't regret it one bit. I'll tell you.
Yeah, it worked out.
All right, so I'm going to transition off to WoW. We don't always have to talk about WoW. Oh, we like WoW. WoW's great. What game has the best first 5 minutes of gameplay? It can be.
Yeah, I
anything.
gotta leave. Sorry, this isn't about WoW. See you guys.
Oh,
Well,
Damn.
there's this really cool other RPG. Like you start off like it's in this like private, it's like wooded, forested area, and there's like this chapel, and then you talk to this guard, and then he gives you a couple quests to do, and
Familiar.
so it's in this North Shire, this little abbey there.
oh, I got it. I know what it is.
Sorry.
All right.
Anyway,
I got an actual answer. BioShock Infinite. Best first 5 minutes.
I was going to go just
Ooh.
BioShock OG.
I was gonna say BioShock, the first. Yeah.
I was having a hard time picking
Damn.
of the two, but I think I prefer Infinite's first.
They're
5
both.
minutes.
The opening on both of those is awesome.
I'll say it because I don't know if any of you have played it yet. I'd say the best first 5 minutes is Clair Obscure Expedition 33.
Oh, I have played it, and it is pretty good.
The game is too new for me to say what happened, so I'm just going to leave it there. But yeah, I think that's the
Last
best.
of Us
opening.
has a good opening.
Last of Us 1 is also
Oh,
big.
The Last of Us. Damn.
I'm going to go ahead and say Sonic Adventure 2.
On GameCube, dude, City Escape. That's my
Yeah.
jam.
The
Holy.
first 5 minutes is fucking fire because you just jump right into fucking you're surfing downhill. I've even seen the thing where the orchestra plays to that song. It's like so sick.
City Escape is still in my playlist, dude. I love that song.
Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good. All right, another question. You get to completely forget a game and play it fresh. What game is it?
Clair Obscure Expedition 33.
OOT.
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
7.
I agree.
Oh,
The
true.
OG
That's
or
a
the
good one.
remake?
But OOT, man, come on.
The
Everyone-
original.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Darth,
Be real.
you're right. You're right.
Let's be real. I'm actually replaying that game right now.
Dude, when
Final
I-
Fantasy 7 is a good one, though. I would probably say that would be my second because I'm going through. I just beat Remake, Crisis Core, and I'm on Rebirth right now. Almost done it. So, yeah.
I hate to be unoriginal, but again, I'd say Expedition 33 and or Last of Us.
Yeah.
Last of Us, man. The game was good, but I don't think it was that good.
It's my number 2 favorite game of all time. Oh, okay. If I'm gonna be not lazy, I'll say Bloodborne. Done. Easy. If I want to be not boring, play through Bloodborne again for the first time. Ooh.
I can't think of anything else besides Ocarina of Time. Like, that's just the one. That, and I definitely think Final Fantasy 7. Maybe even Final Fantasy, maybe even Final Fantasy 10 as well, because holy fuck, that game was good.
You skipped over the one with the best story, man. Final Fantasy 9. I'd love to forget that.
Final
one.
Fantasy 9.
You
know what? Everyone has that one so like high up there for me. It is a good game. It is still one of my favorite, but honestly, I place 8 higher than 9. I know. Okay. Shoot me.
That one. I'm sorry, you're wrong. I'm not going to get into it because I can be here
love
for
Final
hours.
Fantasy 8, man.
So the way it works is you break it down like this: best villain, Final Fantasy 6; best characters, Final Fantasy
Kefka?
7. Yep, best story, Final Fantasy 9. You break it down like that.
8 in the garbage.
All right.
Really?
Nobody really liked 8 at all? I loved 8.
Well, I thought 8 was fine. Like I was like a teenager when I played, and I thought 8 was great. It wasn't 7, but it was fine.
True, but it was a good follow-up to 7.
It's not even fine. It's still a very good game.
It follows up 7, right? So it's got big shoes to fill, which it falls short. Let's be real. And then it's sandwiched in between 9. So it's like maybe it's good.
But give it a chance.
Not gonna
like
say
when 8 came out, 9 didn't even exist. You know.
True.
Yes, but now you're looking at But you're looking at it from today, right? And I'm never going to say that I like 8. Maybe it's good. I'm too biased to know or to say. Really, I don't like it. I don't like it.
So are we going to
7 and 9?
like memory of the whole series or just one game?
One game.
Mm.
Am I the only?
Though, is Batman Arkham City though?
I've heard great fucking things about that game. Still haven't played it. I have the game.
I just played it last month. I play the whole series like once a year.
Am I the speaking? I'm not saying Ocarina Ocarina of Time is the game I'd forget because it's so amazing. I'm right there with Darth.
It was just that
Am
good.
I the only one that likes Final Fantasy X?
I gave Final Fantasy X was like my third, maybe fourth game that
10's
I
good,
would
but
go back through.
The sphere grid puts people off, I think.
The sphere is so good.
There's
different.
one optimal way to go through the sphere grid, but
If you're
I don't know, some
min-maxer.
people, yeah, but
Sure.
you know,
That's like one
Mine
of those
might be
games where
Half-Life
it's like,
Alex.
like Final Fantasy X is a game where like you don't need to be overpowered to beat the game. You know, it's like you can do kind of whatever and still win.
No, it wasn't overly difficult. No, I mean you could play the same 3 characters and fly through the game pretty much.
Yeah. All right. These are all good choices. I like them all mostly.
well, which
All
one
right.
don't you like?
Well, I haven't actually played a lot of Final Fantasy games, and I really fell off. I really like Tactics. I do like Tactics a lot, and I'm really excited that they're re-releasing.
I was gonna say, talking about Tactics,
the enhanced, dude. Let's be real, it's fucking bullshit, man. Enhanced, so I can sell it for like $60 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm still giving them all the money in the world. I don't care because I'm gonna play a lot of that game. But
I fucking pre-ordered it so I could get the alternate colors and stuff.
Fuck you. Yeah, I might do that. But anyway,
but I really fell off of Final Fantasy once they went off of turn-based. I don't like the live fighting systems they have in place.
Yeah, the action.
I've never liked it.
So viewing I think it was you viewing who brought up like an interesting thing was, or was it JD? I can't remember. I know like a couple of us in the chat talking about if Square Enix go the route that Expedition 33 went into. Like, why can't they do that?
That's probably both of us, honestly.
I think, yeah.
Why? I don't
not?
know Expedition 33 very well.
It's a turn-based game.
So it's a turn-based game, but you have the ability to not only dodge, but you can also parry. And if you parry every single combo in their attack pattern, you actually do a counter attack, which does like big damage. But the entire game you can technically beat without taking a single point of damage if you know how to dodge and or parry all of their attacks.
There's people out there already doing that.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
have done it.
Really cool.
You're gonna absolutely love Tactics.
I know he is.
Am I?
I know he is.
You're gonna love it.
I know you guys have. You guys got me. I think I played the first 20 minutes, maybe.
And
like way back, like over a year ago. But remember, I kept saying, "Hey guys, I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna hodl and wait until there's the remake or remaster, whatever the remaster, whatever they call it." And yeah, dude, I'm really hyped that I decided to wait because I'm excited.
They've technically kind of already remade the game twice. We have the PSP version and the mobile version, which are different slightly.
Well, it was the War of the Lions, and then the mobile version was War of the Lions, right?
Do we know what version we're getting yet?
We don't.
Don't know. I hope we are getting OG PlayStation 1 version.
That's a hot take. Everybody wants War of the Lions.
What's that?
So that's a hot take because everybody wants War of the Lions.
For
versions, or
PlayStation original.
It's an HD. It's a remaster. You should get both versions in the game.
Ooh, yeah. Well, see, the thing, like, I just went through War of the Lions or whatever, and there's some things I just didn't like. Like, they renamed a lot of the abilities and stuff. I just didn't really care for that. It was throwing me off. Yeah. I hated it. They changed the animation of, what do they call those guys? Not the guys who have the sword magic. What do they call them? No, I mean, they changed the animation and how long it takes to like cast that and the sound effect of it. Didn't like that at all.
That was a limitation of the PSP, if I remember correctly.
But you can actually, apparently, if you have a computer, of course, you can mod the game back to its original version to speed up that animation and change the sound effect of it.
Yeah.
I never did that, but yeah, it kind of threw me off because it's really hard to find an actual workable emulated version of the original Tactics. I tried for a while. I know you did, and I actually should have reached out to you, wondering if you still had that. But anyway, I played almost to the end, and I got hard locked at the end. I saved it and got to a boss.
That
and I
is
couldn't beat it.
one
I was so
game
pissed,
that
bro.
that would soft lock you big time.
Oh my god, dude! I
Yeah,
was pissed, and I knew it though. Experienced player, how many times I've beaten this game? I went in there. I think it was like what's his name, Weregraph. When he turns to like his boss form, it's Ramsa versus him. Dude,
he deletes
couldn't
you
do it,
to
man.
hits.
Oh man,
Yeah.
couldn't do it. Because then you fight him 1-on-1, and then he summons like all his minions and shit. It's so fucking hard. If you're not leveled up and have like the right jobs and whatnot, like gear, everything, you just get fucked. And that's what happened.
That's like I did a playthrough where I didn't really treat Ramza as like my main, and I kind of like even made it like an even party, and he just gets deleted on that fight.
Yeah, you can't do anything. I tried.
You have to backtrack your save and like stack him a little bit to make sure you can handle that fight, which is wild. Speaking of which really upset us, what game made you rage harder than any other? And it can't be getting ganked in WoW, Bobby. No.
I mean, like
shit.
single player game or multiplayer game?
I don't think that's any different. Yeah, whatever.
Dota 2.
Dota.
League of Legends.
Not even a question. I stopped playing Dota 2 because I didn't like who I was when I played Dota 2.
Didn't like myself.
I don't have it. That's the truth, man. So I haven't played it in like 9 years or something. I
have
want
a
to,
game like that,
but
for me it was Escape from Tarkov. That nearly ended friendships. Like I was playing that game and we got into a real stressful situation, and we're all communicating with each other, and like I'm playing with my friends and we all have military backgrounds, and I'm using very good comms with these guys. And my buddy still kills me. And it's like the third time he's done it that day. And like I blow up and I go and say to him, I'm like I said something really mean. It's just like, you never fucking listen. That's why like I'm never fucking playing with you. And I act like a total child. And I was very embarrassed. And I was straight up out of line, and I like left Discord for like 5 minutes, but then I came back and I apologized. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna hide from the fact that I just acted like a fucking child. I'm sorry. I'm and he was like, it's all good. He was like, it was also my bad. Shouldn't have killed you. Like, that game is so tilting though. It's so hard. Anyone else ever play that?
no, I'm not
No,
big on the genre.
same.
I can kind of remember as like a kid, like raging at games. And like I would play with one of my buddies, like a neighbor, and he would just say like, this game is cheating because he couldn't win. This game's cheating. And I'm like, it's not cheating. It's not.
Oh yeah. More
Tyler,
along
that was
that
me
line.
last night playing Kingdom Hearts.
You just
yeah.
No. You guys have forgotten who's played The Lion King.
Oh my god,
Which
bro.
one?
The Lion
Which
King
one?
for Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Holy
the
fuck,
hardest,
dude.
the hardest
Fuck that
fucking
game.
ever made.
Fuck that game,
He-
bro.
That one of them on Sega, I'm pretty sure was actually easier than the one on Super Nintendo. It was different. They were the
Unbeatable.
same game,
Damn.
but they had different difficulties.
It's fucking stupid. Same with like what was it? I think Super Nintendo had like a Star Wars game as well. I can't remember which one. Also incredibly fucking hard.
Well, the games had to be
Drove me
hard,
crazy.
Because they were like 20 megabytes, right? If that.
Yep.
So-
I mean,
so
honestly,
you had like what, Ghost and Goblins, right? On Nintendo. That was a painful one. You
Yeah.
had
The Simpsons
there
game was hard.
the
there
Simpsons
was,
game.
Battletoads.
I don't think it was for
Those
Super
freaking
Nintendo,
the
but
Ninja Turtles.
the
game.
one,
The Ninja Turtles. Yeah, that was a hard one.
I don't think it was Super Nintendo, but it was probably NES. I think the one before Link to the Past, Adventure Link or something like that, like the side scroller Zelda game. Do you remember that one?
Oh, the
Impossible.
second one? I hate the second
Is it the
Zelda.
second one? Dude, like that game is so fucking hard. So fucking hard, man. I've raged many times playing that game. It's one of the only Zeldas I've never beaten.
Oh,
I've
I was about
beaten
to say the same
Dare
thing.
to almost all of them.
I've never actually sat through Zelda
Nope.
2.
I can't even get through the first fucking part, dude. It's crazy. If you don't have full health and you're shooting the fucking things out of your sword, you're dead. It's so hard.
This is a game that I've played quite a lot of, but I didn't like rage at it. But the reason I'm bringing it up is I've always wanted viewing to play it because it'd be funny to watch them play it. Is Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. How did I know this was coming up?
I am a god.
Okay. So
Super Meat Boy.
You really?
last
it's
year-
a great game.
Oh,
a
no,
great
here we go.
game.
I know what you're gonna say. Oh, here we
Last
go.
year-
Okay.
I do believe viewing. We were supposed to have a mental health May.
Oh boy.
And myself and a local boy of mine, friend, Plantera, I don't know if any of you guys know him, and Allseer or Lightborn, were gathering up a shitload of just rage quit games, and that was one of them. Which feeling you never actually fall through with, which was.
I know I'm 2 years behind right
and
now.
then
And then Meat Boy 3D too. They're making a 3D version.
I'm
I
gonna have
still
to
think
play
we
that
should do
next
that.
year, aren't they? Oh boy.
Yes, no, you're doing the full mental health May. We
Why
still
don't
have
you
the
play
list.
that truck game viewing until you beat it. The truck game that was cool.
Wait,
Truck
which one?
game.
The one where you jump on the trucks.
Cluster truck. Cluster truck.
Wait, what the
Truck.
fuck?
I think I beat that
Cluster-
game, by the way.
You did. I watched you beat it.
Oh yeah, okay,
because you were so like into it.
dude, that was such a fun game.
And I beat it by cheating.
You cheating in a single player game? Nah, dude, no way. Max
Never
cheats, am I right?
May or may not be his Twitch stream name.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. So what game has had one of the best boss encounters?
You know, I'm just gonna stop answering any of those questions because it's
Best
just gonna be Expedition
boss
33.
encounter.
It's gonna be Expedition
OOT.
33 for me. Sorry, boys.
OOT, man, all day, every day.
I think one of the best boss encounters in OOT is the dragon in the fire temple.
We
Hey,
should
don't
say
spoil it for me.
Bongo.
I'm waiting for the remake.
Shut up, you. Dude, you're fucking like 25 years behind. Shut up.
Don't spoil it. Oh no.
I mean, you know what? If you keep saying it though, just like we got the quote unquote Final Fantasy Tactics remake in your vision, we might get the OOT. We never know.
Dude, imagine, huh? Dude, that would be a day one purchase for me. If it only came to the Switch 2, I'd fucking buy the Switch 2.
Here's the thing. If you played the original Final Fantasy 7, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Would you not be as hype for remake if you didn't play the original Final Fantasy 7?
That's a hard one because
no, it's not. The answer is no. You wouldn't be.
Nostalgia bait made me really hype for remake and rebirth.
Thank you. So
true. But hold on. But it's a remake, so they completely are doing like things completely differently versus like a remaster of OOT. For me, I think I'd be more hype playing a brand new game to me. You know what I mean? Kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics. Like, yeah, I get that we're not getting like insanely uber graphics, you know, like modern graphics. I know that it's just kind of like a step up or two from. But like I'm excited for it because it has enhanced
graphics. That's all it has.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for it anyway.
No, I think the UI better is nice. Like the menu system is going to be a huge improvement. The only thing I'm going to be really sad about is they probably patched the glitch where you can get 9,999 JP.
Oh, 100% they did. They got rid of that in the PSP version and the mobile version. No, can we do that in the OG version?
But guess
I can't remember how to do that.
It won't stop me. Yeah,
it won't stop me. So Alan, I will play OOT the minute that you beat Elden Ring. Sound good?
Gwen
That's easy.
from Dark Souls was pretty epic.
This is a throwback.
OOT is kind of like the OG Dark Souls. Let's be real.
Well, there you go.
This is a throwback for me, but best boss all time, Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
I'm not like overly familiar with
Senator Armstrong.
That was okay.
Vengeance.
So basically, in the fight, Psycho Mantis is this human with psychic powers, right? And you're like, oh, that's a really original. But what he does is if there's certain things that you can do on the fight that you won't be able to beat it. For example, if your controller is plugged into port 1, you can't beat him. He will start reading off save data from your memory card. He will glitch your screen. He will make you think your PlayStation is broken. It was crazy for the time.
Yeah, don't you have to like unplug from 1 and put it in 2?
Yes, you have to put it in 2. Yes.
Yeah.
What is this?
And you don't know about this?
Yeah,
no.
Solid. There's another.
What kind of madman wrote this character?
There's
Hideo
another boss in the
Kojima?
game that you have to spam like the X button to not die, and if you have an auto fire controller, he knows you do, and you die anyway. If you know what auto fire means in that context.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so it's when the controller is programmed to hit the button itself a lot, right? So think like an auto hotkey, but on a controller.
One of those Game Shark controllers that broke after
Yeah.
2 weeks.
It's a Mad Cat.
A Mad Cat, that's the one. Yeah, the Mad Cat controllers, bro. Those budget controllers my mom would buy. This is the same, right, honey? Yeah, it's the same, Mom. It's the same.
We have Xbox controller at home.
Yeah. You think
Xbox
you're saving
controller.
money until you bought your third one because the other two broke. All right. I got like two more. Wait, no. One more hot take question, and we can like wrap this segment up to really, really end it on a high note. So, are you a? Wait. Where's I put it down on the note? Oh, wait, no.
Okay, I'm getting at that part out.
Oh, what? I'm just kidding. Are you a keyboard or clicker?
Oh, god damn it.
Keyboard.
Can I answer this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
boy.
Viewing is a clicker.
Oh boy,
Is
here
a
we go.
clicker.
That's all I have to say.
We all
Yes,
started as
I
clickers.
click. I know. If I'm gonna get more serious about PvP and TBC, I know I got a fucking hotkey. Like I've already started
Not
kind of
just that,
doing that
sir.
a little bit, but
You got a macro like a madman too.
I know.
That's okay. I shall
Like, no-
teach you the
no
ways. there, young
meme,
Padawan.
When you were, I know you've been playing the last couple of phases a little more casually, but when like the Charizard days on your Warlock, were you clicking?
Yep, I was
Oh, yeah.
clicking.
You were
I've
getting
been
those
clicking my
numbers?
whole
So-
life.
So I just
Fuck it,
want to.
man. If he can do that and he's a clicker, then fuck it. You know.
I mean,
And what matters are the part. What matters is the parts. It doesn't matter. You're like
here's an
Hey,
example.
look. To give you an even better idea, remember
here we
Phase
go.
3 when we had the sweaty French Canadian boys, and I was in their group as the feral. Yeah, I was still clicking. I literally was clicking my get out of cat form, go back into cat form. Like I literally was clicking that shit. Dude.
In the viewing's defense, I
How?
will say he's always been a clicker, but he puts 99s up, so I'm like, whatever. Like,
And that sucks because like I'm just kind of like thinking back now to TBC when I decided to level up a hunter just so I can have some competition with viewing.
Yep.
And he still managed to beat me like I would say like 85% of the time you're beating me on parses clicking
Oh,
hunter v hunter.
we're
Like
talking
same
about
gear, same shit.
we're talking
You know
about
what I mean?
TBC. That's really funny. So every time I take a screenshot of something that we do really good in the guild and I post it on the classic
I
WoW
was gonna bring
subreddit.
this up. You got dragged through the fucking
Dude,
dirt.
I like in TBC when we had 12 hours before reset, or like before they nerfed Lady V and we finally decided to do the cheese strat after a month of struggling.
Right.
I fucking took a screenshot of that shit. I was like, we did it 12 hours before. I was so hyped, dude. I got fucking roasted in the comments. And then just recently, actually, when it was what was it? It was Big Bad and like one other person we barely squeaked out our very first council kill. I took a screenshot and I posted that. Dude, I got fucking roasted again. They're like, oh, look at that guy. He doesn't even have any hotkeys, man. He must be a clicker. Look at that UI. It sucks ass.
Bro, they just want to find any excuses to shit on you. And that's like a
WoW players are
crazy
just
thing.
fucking miserable, man.
Exactly.
Bunch of
They have nothing better to
assholes,
do.
man.
Nothing better to do
But-
besides be
but-
like, hey man, good job. Fuck
The
you.
Vash thing was hilarious because like the comments kind of go like this. The Vash thing in TVC, it's like they're all first they're like, great job, good for you. Then somebody's like, why is Vash dead there?
You idiots.
That's not a normal place to kill Vash. Like what? And then there's a little more investigation. Then boom.
Everyone, yeah. Then the comments blew up. Oh, cheese strat, cheese. Oh, loser. Oh, why don't you have any of your consumes popped? I was like thinking about something like, bitch. I had been sitting here for like 3 minutes. My consumes had just fallen off, and they were like complaining, like, "Oh, he doesn't have all his consumes." Like, fuck you, dude.
Like what's
It's
great
so
though. I mean,
funny.
I will say, what a great way to make
Toxic.
what a great way to make a post go viral.
Yeah,
True.
seriously.
Make everybody trash you. Hey,
Oh,
still
God.
went viral. Still went viral.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
so
God.
I'm a clicker too, but I have an asterisk because I'm
You're
a
a healer?
healer.
Yeah.
You click as a
I'm-
healer?
Yeah,
I am
What?
a
of course.
combination.
What do you click?
Mouse over heal
The
bot.
frames.
I
so I
don't
use
click
an add-on.
frames. I mouse over. Unbelievable.
I
He's a
use
clicker.
click.
He's a clicker.
And I use,
Oh, yes,
you know,
yeah,
I
don't
use
click.
modifiers.
Alright, fair
so like
enough.
I have like
Fuck, all right.
left, right, middle click, shift, you know, left, right, middle,
Yeah,
left, right,
yeah.
middle, control, alt, you know, I use modifiers.
I've
And
made my
that's-
own
add-on.
click.
That's why
add-on
Holy was
through
only a
macros.
top 2 or top 3 healer, not a top 1. Damn.
No, I'm
I was
only
never
like
top paladin
world
healer, so I can't say shit.
4. No, because I don't pad and I don't have someone cheesing my parses.
There it is.
And my raid group is actually good, so it's even harder to parse because my
Very
group
true.
has my group is their monitors turned on and they can avoid shit. And consumes and
That's like the worst thing about being a healer. And wow, it's just if you have a good group, you're not going to parse as a healer, unless it's like day 1, day 2, maybe of raiding.
Yeah,
Other than
but
that,
you
you're
guys
kind of
have-
fucked.
Yeah,
Or
but you
you're just
guys have-
padding the numbers, like you're saying.
Yeah, but you guys have Iggy in your group. What do you mean? Holy shit.
well, that's
damn.
like that's your job
Wait.
as a healer, especially if you're in a competitive group, that's your job, you know, is to heal your guys while they're standing in all the bad shit so they can parse and kill the boss faster. It's just your job, you know.
We had a couple fights too where just like the execution was so high that nobody took any damage. They had like 100 for
Oh, yeah.
execution. And shit, so
Oh,
it's like-
Jesus.
Yeah, we've
Damn.
done that a few times.
yeah, so not bad. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. This is episode 5 of season 3, episode 5 of Gankers. Just wanted to hang out every 5 episodes. We just jump in, hang out, shoot the shit, speed round. Well, I wouldn't call it a speed round. I've been here for an hour and 15 minutes. So, but hell yeah, that was great. I appreciate it. Bobby, Darth, Viewing, Holy, Ben, and Marm. Marm's here. He's just been listening.
Marm.
My name's Jeff.
Yeah, there he goes.
That was good. That was good. Thank you. Solid
yeah,
edit in the episode.
Clip it and ship it, boys.
yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Holy, help me get to the green room with everybody.
Bye.
You know,
Nah.
by your feet.